Hello all, welcome back. So today Gudi Padwa. Chalo, it is already 12 midnight. So Gudi Padwa is over and today we had a roller coaster day. We opened direct gap down and not a small gap down but a very big one, right? So before going ahead with today's analysis, read this disclaimer and let us move on to the charts, right? आज का तो we were analyzing yesterday that we would be looking out for a small downside momentum, right? But we had a very big roller coaster. These were the levels which we took out for yesterday. It opened directly very big gap down over here, right? So as a trader, what you should look, what is the lesson which I got to teach you today? The lesson today is, see, we are there to take out the levels. What will happen if all the levels are getting breached and you are witnessing a big gap down or a big gap up? So as a trader, what you should do? You have to calm down first, right? You have to calm down. At least you have to wait for first 15 to 30 minutes to find a direction, to find what is going to happen, what has been the earlier trends, where we were finding up the trades, and now where we have to find the trades and everything, right? So today what happened, we opened a gap down of around 2.2%, I think so, right? So almost 500 points gap down in Nifty, and in Sensex 1400 points gap down, 1800 points, right? तो लेवल्स तो है नहीं अभी, लेवल्स के नीचे सीधा जाके ओपन हो गया. तो व्हाट यू शुड डू, यू हैव टू रीस्टैंड एंड यू हैव टू फर्स्ट 15 to 30 मिनट्स आपको शांत हो जाना है, लेवल्स को रीशिफ्ट कर देना है. व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, you have to reshift the levels and then you have to wait for your setups to come down. Let the market calm down, or you have to see the earlier analysis, what we were talking about, what was the trend in the earlier, what happened, why this much of big gap down is today's gap down was purely because Israel attacked Iran's oil reserves, right? So there was a very big panic situation because oil reserves was the one thing which US did not touch, because it knew touching Iran's oil reserves will have a huge impact worldwide, right? So that was the reason today's a big gap down came down. So is it settled or not? Okay, let us get into technical. I have not got into geopolitics any time. I have already given you all the technicals only. So earlier we had a technical that this was the trend line, right? This which we deleted yesterday, right? After breaching this trend line, there was a upside momentum, but I have returned over here that this is temporary. That is not temporary. What I wrote down this is first stage of trend change, but still did we got the confirmation? This is the confirmation of trend change. Confirmation मिला है क्या अभी तक? नहीं मिला है, right? And we had analyzed earlier also, even yesterday also we had analyzed that there was 3 green candles. So we were expecting a little bit of a downside because 5 EMA was breached, flat opening और gap up opening भी होएगा, तो एक नीचे की तरफ momentum expected है. Yes, that was, if you have not seen the videos, go back to that video and try to listen it very carefully, because each and every word I am telling you has some or the other things which is analyzed very properly, right? So 3 red we expected a green, we got a green. 3 greens obviously एक red expect कर सकते हैं, but weekly there was a still chance. Can you see this was 3 red, 3 red in a weekly. We were expecting green. Green आया, first 3 days green आया, but did it sustain? It did not sustain. Today it, because of geopolitics, obviously we had a very big gap down. तो gap down में भी आपको calm रह के, as a trader you have to find some good probability trades. Got it? So let us move on for the analysis for Friday, that is tomorrow. So what can we expect? By I'm expecting this trend, I am stretching it out, right? I'm stretching it out, this trend, because अब ये ट्रेंड को तो तोड़ना नहीं है, but there is still very big gap. Got it? There is still a very big gap. तो एज अ ट्रेडर OI भी देखते हैं, RSI भी देखते हैं, some other indicators also. Let us check it out कि भाई will that help us to understand what we should do. So now the another thing which I would like to tell everyone is, see, this low is also breached. Can you see? So trend down जो है, that is still in continuation. Trend change नहीं हुआ है. You got the point which I am trying to make you understand. So let us start marking up. अभी levels तो बहुत नीचे चले गए, right? So now what should be my support? Let me see on a daily where is the place which I can look out for a support. I'm shifting all the red lines down so that I can see a little bit clear picture of the chart. On a daily, I'm deleting this, and this. Oh, on a daily I can see if this is today's low, left hand side में मुझे देखना है, is there anything which is getting missed out? थोड़ा बड़ा करते हैं. आज का थोड़ा टेक्निकली बहुत सारी चीज़ें देखनी बहुत ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज वी स्टिल हैव सम लिटिल बिट ऑफ गैप्स ओवर हियर, गैप ओवर हियर. तो कोइंसाइड किधर कर रहा है क्या, ये जो सपोर्ट लाइन विच इज टुडेज लो, इज इट कोइंसाइडिंग विथ एनीथिंग? ओके, इट इज कोइंसाइडिंग ओवर हियर. सो व्हाट शुड बी माय next level of support? Will be this. It is very minute, today is very minute, so we will be marking it over here on a daily chart, and we'll be comparing it with the what I would say, I would be comparing it with 4 hours and 2 hours chart. Okay, so now this black is my resistance. If I mark the today's high as a resistance, where is it coinciding on a daily? Okay, over here it is coinciding, but this is going to be my resistance. Okay, this is the resistance, and This is going to be by the mid level. ट्रेंड वैसे भी डाउन है तो मिड लेवल तक मिड लेवल के तक आएगा तो यू हैव टू सेल ऑन राइज का सिचुएशन है. until unless मिड लेवल क्रॉस करके फर्स्ट रेसिस्टेंस क्रॉस करेगा देन ओनली यू कैन लुक आउट फॉर अपसाइड मूवमेंट. तब तक अपसाइड मूवमेंट के लिए मत देखना. ठीक है. दिस इज आई हैव मार्क्ड दिस ऑन अ daily chart. Reason behind I am talking this on a daily chart is since it is a gap down and downside there are no levels which I can find nearby. See, when I see a 15 minutes chart, there will be many candles and I have to drag it like anything on a left hand side to check it out, right? So now I have marked this on a daily chart. I am just comparing it with 4 hours and 2 hours chart. So 4 hours chart, फाइन ट्यून यहाँ पे करेंगे. 4 hours chart, I think so we are already a little bit of fine tune here. Levels are looking great. एक छोटा सा रेड लाइन ये आएगा. ठीक है. And now I'm moving it down to 2 hours chart. You have to learn this thing because this is something which is very crucial. Easily, because today's gap down is a very big learning lesson for all the students or all the followers who are watching up this video. कि gap down होने के बाद भी how we have to find out the levels, because now earlier we used to mark the levels on 15 minute and 5 minutes chart. Now today we are marking it on 2 hours and 4 hours chart, beginning from the daily chart. So levels marked, it is very minute. Let me little bit bigger so that you can also understand. Can you see? These are the levels which we have marked. This, ठीक है, got it. Mid level. Okay, chalo, now let us move on to the 15 minutes and check it out, okay, where the levels are coming. Okay, so now this has become our resistance. That is, Nifty is now having resistance at 23,245. That is your first resistance. Earlier that was the support which we had, and mid level is 23,034. It is just 30 points. अगर 30 points कहीं gap up opening आ रहा है तो flat रहेगा. So tomorrow trading in between 23,245 and 23,827 is going to be very, very risky, right? So mark down the levels. 23,245 is the first resistance, and if that resistance breaks, you can look out for 23. If the first resistance breaks, that is, this is green with a green candle, and first target you can look out for 23,433, and if there is a green candle over here, there will be a continuation for 23,847. Midway, see, there is this big gap, so midway it always tends to fill only half first and then वो resistance करता है वहाँ पे, उसके बाद वापस नीचे आता है. So this is a thin line. You got it? So 23, 550 and 70 levels. Really this इसका टिप मैंने लिया है यहाँ पे. So 573 and then 23,847. What if it opens flat? अगर flat opening है, obviously you have to, flat opening है, I'm marking it as the blue color. So till that time it does not cross this, or with a red candle over here, you do not look out for any trades in between 23,034 and 23,245. स्कैल्पिंग मिलेगा आपको. रेड कलर कंटिन्यूशन आया, wait for this to break. Wait for this level, that is 22,947. बहुत भारी क्या है? Tomorrow that is, मतलब we have some very near levels. 22,947. If it breaks, then you can look out for 22,827. एक छोटा सा डिमांड जोन जैसे क्रिएट किया है, बट इट इज़ नॉट अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग डिमांड जोन. आई डू नॉट, मतलब एक कैंडल यहाँ पे थोड़ा मिसिंग ऐसा लग रहा है. शेड्यूल मेंटेनेंस चालू है शायद इस वजह से, सिंस इट इज़ पास्ट मिडनाइट, एंड मिडनाइट में शेड्यूल मेंटेनेंस अच्छा खासा चलता है. So 22,827, if that breaks with a red candle, then you can look out for next level, that is this 22,677. उसके बाद the next level is 22,527. Now to every one of the person who is looking out at this video, see, video is of 15 minutes or max to max 20 minutes, right? Little bit of an elaboration is always there in, especially in Nifty and Sensex. Bank Nifty monthly expiry रहता है करके, there is no big explanations, but you have to understand and find the trades. You have to watch the videos on a continuation basis, and you have to try to analyze and watch the complete video. 2 minutes 3 minutes वॉच करो या उसको ड्रैग करके देखो, सिर्फ लेवल्स देखोगे, आई डोंट थिंक सो दैट वुड बी एबल टू हेल्प यू आउट इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि what type of candle comes and where you can find the direction and where you can find a trade. So tomorrow Nifty I have already discussed. Sensex, let us just mark it down on a faster basis because it is already 16-17 minutes and आप में इतना पेशेंस नहीं रहता है कि आप 20-25 मिनट्स का वीडियो देखो. है कि नहीं? सो लेट आई एम मार्किंग इट आउट ऑन अ फास्टर नोट. This is the midway, that is 74,722 is the midway. First support resistance is at 75,372, and if that resistance break, mid level यहाँ पे आएगा. See, resistance 50 EMA के साथ मैच भी कर रहा है, right? तो 75,920, and then the next resistance will be at this level 76,364. and if नीचे आता है, गैप डाउन्स में जाता है, तो नीचे की तरफ के लेवल्स ओपन अप हो जाते हैं. आई एम मार्किंग इट ऑन अ 4 hours chart so that it will be little bit easier for me. क्योंकि नज़दीक में लेवल्स कुछ नहीं है. Great. So these are the levels. If 73,991 is getting breached, then 73,619, and after that 73,323, right? Downside is this levels. Mark करो, level to level trade करो. If you are not able to understand, मेरा एंट्री एग्जिट वाला या लेवल्स वाला एक वीडियो है, वो वीडियो को चेकआउट करो, एंड देन यू विल फाइंड कि भाई लेवल्स पे कैसे आता है. इवन दो दैट इज़ अ ड्राइंग्स, मैं ऑलरेडी आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. दैट इज़ अ ड्राइंग ऑल्सो ओवर हियर टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड कि वेयर यू कैन फाइंड द ट्रेड्स, बट देन ऑल्सो यू कैन वॉच आउट दैट वीडियो. सेम यही एक्सप्लेनेशंस रहेंगे वहाँ पे. सो दीज आर द लेवल्स फॉर निफ्टी tomorrow. I hope you are having a good day. Have a good profitable day. Trade safely. कल फ्राइडे भी है, हो सके तो लॉट साइज थोड़ा कम रखना, बिकॉज निफ्टी का एक्सपायरी भी हो गया है, आज सेंसेक्स का एक्सपायरी हुआ है, गुड, एंड देयर इज सम जियोपॉलिटिकल टेंशंस आल्सो गोइंग ऑन. तो start off with a small quantity and then increase the quantity. Okay, have a great day, stay profitable, take care, see you soon.